Sometimes life gets hard. There are going to be times in your life when you're going to experience success, and some days you're going to experience failure. Sometimes you're going to win, sometimes you're going to lose. On some days it's going to be easy, but there's also going to be days when it's not. In today's video, I want to share some of the mental tools that I use that help me deal with the hard situations when I'm struggling, when I'm having tough times. What I've learned is that some things you just can't change. Some things are just out of your control, and your power lies not in trying to change the situation or change the circumstances, but in actually trying to change the perception of it. And what I want you to do is just reframe the situation you're in right now. Whenever things get tough, I always ask myself, what can I learn from this? What can I learn from this situation? You got two options. You can look at the same situation in two different ways, in a positive and in a negative way. Choose to think positively. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? Listen, there's always a lesson. In every difficulty and every problem, there's always something to learn. When things get hard, that means there is something that you need to learn. There's something that you need to improve in order for you to elevate and get to another level. So whenever things get hard, ask yourself, what can I learn from the situation I found myself in? There's always a lesson that you can find. We always think that achieving a certain goal is just going from point A to point B, and it's just going to be a straight line from point A to point B. Nothing is going to shake that system. Nothing is going to change our plan, but sometimes things don't go according to plan. But it doesn't mean that you're not going to achieve your goal. It doesn't mean that you any less worthy of having whatever you want. Maybe just the universe has a different plan for you, a better plan. How can you know in the moment, bro? How can you know it in the moment? Thinking that the universe is against you, it's not on your side, but trust me, the universe is on your side. Just choose to believe that the universe has your best interest at heart. One of the most valuable lessons that I learned for the past couple of years is whatever you think happens to you, it actually happens for you. You're probably not going to be able to see how things are going to work out for you in the end. In the moment when you experience pain, of course, you're going to have different thoughts. Some of them, the majority of them, probably is going to be negative. Now, you might have some problems. You lost your job. You went through heartbreak. Something that you consider bad happened to you. And now you feel like the universe doesn't want you to be happy, have success, etc., etc. But how can you know? How can you be so sure that this thing was actually a curse, if it actually might be a blessing for you? How can you know that the fact that you lost your job right now was the worst thing that ever happened to you? It might actually be the best thing that ever happened to you, because 6 months from now, you're gonna find a better job. You might probably choose a different career, find something new, start your own business. And then you're gonna look back at this situation 6 months from now and say, oh my God, the fact that I lost my job, the fact that I quit my job was actually the best thing that ever happened to me, because that was the turning point in my life. And that led me to my biggest breakthrough. Was it actually that bad? The fact that you went through heartbreak, you feel heartbroken right now, you feel pretty sad, and you think that this was the worst thing that ever happened to you. But I don't know, a few months from now, you're gonna find a different person that you're gonna fall in love with and live your whole life with. Was that heartbreak a few months ago, was it actually that bad? Was it actually the worst thing that ever happened to you? Or was it an opportunity to find something or someone else just to elevate, to get your life on a different level? Choose to believe that the universe has got your back. The universe is working on your side to get you closer to your goals, to help you achieve your potential. We all make plans, and we think that certain plan is going to work out perfectly for us, but sometimes the universe just got a different plan for you. I remember when I was thinking about, like, when I created a plan in my head for something, and things just got out of control a little bit, like based on the like first version of the plan that I had in my head. That was just things got out of control. Things didn't go according to plan. Not everything was exactly as I planned it would be, but now looking back at the same situation that I found myself in, I think that how it actually happened, how it actually played out, was even better than I could imagine the first time. You can choose to see the same situation either positively or negatively. What I also try to think when I'm going through hard moments, when I'm in pain, I zoom out on my life and I think of my life as a story. Pretty great story. There's always a main character who goes through some experiences that shape them into the better version of themselves. You know, every great story, there's some conflict, there's some problems, hardships, etc., etc. Whatever you're going through right now is all just part of the story. If you're experiencing pain right now, it's a part of the story. If you failed, it's a part of the story. It's just gonna make this story more interesting to follow. It's just gonna make this story more captivating. Like, this is an adventure. If everything was perfectly clear, if everything was perfect and it was just shine and rainbows and everything was just a fairy tale, like, it wouldn't be so interesting to tell the story, to follow the story. That wouldn't be so captivating. It would just be boring. When you're going through a hard period in your life, this is the time when you're actually gonna elevate. This is the time when you're gonna grow into the person you are gonna be a few months from now, a few years from now. You are here today because of the experience you had in the past, because of the problems, the difficulties that you went through that made you into the person you are today. What you're going through right now, if you're struggling, it's all just gonna be worth it in the end, because it's just gonna make you into the person that you are gonna be in the future. If you're struggling right now, it's probably worth it because it's just gonna make you stronger. Life does not get easier, you just get stronger by solving problems, by conquering yourself, and this is just the story. This is the story that's gonna make it more interesting. Try to imagine this when you're gonna be like 85 on your deathbed. You're gonna tell the story to your grandkids, like when you experienced failure, heartbreak, when everything was tough and was difficult, when you wanted to quit but you just refused to give up, and you collected yourself and you kept going, and brick by brick you build a life that you wanted, that you dreamed of, and you achieved success, and you realized your potential, you achieved your highest potential, and you lived an amazing life full of beautiful moments, full of beautiful experiences. You made mistakes, sometimes you lost, sometimes you won, but it was just what made this story more captivating and adventurous. Instead of just everything went perfectly according to plan, I just went from point A to point B and that was it. I achieved success. Like, no conflict, no drama, nothing. Like, it's boring, bro. It's boring. So if you're struggling right now, it's just part of the story. If you just keep going, you're gonna win. Like, I can promise you that if you just refuse to give up, everything is gonna work out. Everything is gonna work out. Like, someday you're gonna win. You just gotta keep going. Like, no matter what happens in your life, you just gotta keep going. You just gotta collect yourself. You're gonna go through that process. Every difficulty is just an opportunity for you to grow and learn, an opportunity for you to get closer to the better version of yourself. Always ask yourself, how can I use this situation to benefit me? It's like going to the gym. Like, if you go in the gym and you're lifting the same weights, you're not gonna grow. Like, your muscles are not gonna grow because they adapt to certain difficulty, and you gotta, like, consistently add more weight, It's progressive overload. The same with life. In order to grow, in order to get stronger, in order to get more experience, like you gotta go through difficulties, you gotta solve problems. If you're struggling right now, it's probably because you are uncomfortable. You're just out of your comfort zone and you're growing, you're getting better. This is the moment when you're gonna elevate. This is gonna be the turning point. It's gonna get you to another level. The universe actually gives you the problems that you can handle. Not too hard, not too easy, the exact level that you need to have, that you need to be at in order for you to grow. Just a little bit out of your comfort zone, a little bit above your limit, just so you can grow, so you can get stronger. Whenever I'm going through tough times, I always tell myself that I can handle this. I'm capable of going through it. I'm capable of getting over this obstacle, and this is just gonna be worth it. It's all gonna be worth it in the end. See every difficulty is an opportunity for you to grow, to achieve your potential, and just get stronger and get closer to the better version of yourself. You're building yourself every day, brick by brick, by getting stronger, by getting out of your comfort zone, by actually like going through challenges, because like see it as a test. Whatever happens in your life, whatever happens, just believe that the universe has your best interest at heart. Believe that everything will work out for you. Everything is gonna pay off. I can promise you, if you just keep going, if you just refuse to quit, no matter what happens in your life, no matter what the circumstances you find yourself in, like you're gonna make it. Like one way or another, things are gonna work out. You just gotta believe that it will, and it's just gonna be okay.